Time now for The Real Estate Connection with Stephen Thayard, a realtor and certified probate and real estate specialist. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor looking to downsize, move up, or refinance, this program is for you.
Our house in the middle of our street. Our house that you go to in the middle of our...
From probate sales to landscape design to home repairs and maintenance, this is your weekly look into all things real estate. Now your host for The Real Estate Connection, Stephen Thayard.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to The Real Estate Connection. Thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate you spending your noon time with me as I record my show for KFAX and KTRB 680 out of San Francisco. I have been blessed with going on 2 radio stations now. So we are going to get this thing rolling. Thank you again for joining me. Today's edition is called Open for Business. That's right. We are open for business, lest we forget. That is exactly what's going on. I know we all been sheltering in place, but real estate is open in business, and I specifically am open for business. All right, so I'm going to count this down for my guys in the studio so they know where to edit this edition and how to get it out on the radio this coming weekend. And we're going to count ourselves down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to today's show. Welcome to The Real Estate Connection with your host, Stephen Thayard, Realtor. Today's edition is called Open for Business. That's right, we are open for business. Today's show is going to be lit. Don't miss a single segment. Coming up later on in the show, I will be having a special offer just for my radio listeners. So let's jump right in and get this party started. There's my DJ horn. All right, there it is. Let's get this party started. All right. So let's jump in. Have you ever wondered what the home inspector can't tell you in his report? Have you ever wondered what additional information you can glean from your home inspection report that may not be written? In our first segment, we will be discussing 8 things home inspectors can't tell you. That's right. In our first segment, we will be discussing 8 things home inspectors can't tell you. Credit for this information goes out to Leanne Potts from HGTV and her article on houselogic.com. Thank you, Leanne Potts, for your hard work and putting this information out there, and I'm giving you full credit as I glean this off of the internet. So a home inspection will not give you a grade of A+ to an F, as in, are you buying a money pit, okay? A home inspection is a list of neutral facts that are available for you to review as a home buyer or home seller before you put your home on the market. The facts help you to decide about your property, whether you're buying or selling, whether or not you're going to make decisions on whether or not you will make repairs before you list the property for sale on the open market, or if you will ask for certain information or repairs when you're buying a home. Home inspectors are actually bound by a set of rules which limits what they can or cannot say. So what the issue is, many buyers think the home inspector can give you a yes or a no answer on buying the inspected home. Well, that's not accurate. So giving real estate advice violates the code of ethics rules for the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. However, there are clues to look for when reviewing your home inspection. Seasoned inspection professionals offer these different types of metrics for judging a home. So we're going to get into that right now. The average number of issues based on information provided by seasoned home inspectors is about 20 if you add it up, right? So what they're saying is over time they've realized that when they go out and do home inspections, that the average number of issues that they document in a report is about 20. They have indicated that when you have more than 30 items on a home inspection report, you may have a bad home. So the advice that I have for you is to speak with your realtor about the concerns. Add them up. Plus, a seasoned real estate professional will be able to give you more insight about what you are looking at in your home inspection and whether or not these are go or no-go items as far as making an offer on a property and buying the home, or whether they can be mitigated, or whether the issues are non-material in nature. So remember that. Okay, so the other issue that home inspectors can't address specifically are rats, mold, and termite. And now we're talking about general home inspections, okay? Home inspectors are not necessarily licensed to give a definitive answer on any of the issues related to rats, mold, or termite. You should, if you see evidence of these issues in your home inspection report, hire a licensed termite inspector, or maybe even a licensed pest inspector or a pet eradication person, somebody who goes out and traps for rats or looks for evidence of rats and does spraying for rats and things of that nature. You should definitely hire a licensed person in that specific area if you're concerned. So in your home inspection, you're going to want to look for clues regarding other these issues like rats, mold, and termite. So look for clues regarding water issues such as sagging floors. Black stuff on walls may be a fungus, and that fungus could be mold. Look for shredded insulation in the report, which may be evidence of rats. And again, hire specialists in these areas to follow up inspections if you're concerned. So, this is a lot of good information for a seller or a buyer. So, have you been procrastinating calling a realtor to buy your next home or sell the home you're in now? Right? So you're listening to this information, you're listening to a real estate show, right? And you've been thinking in the back of your head, got to get the house on the market, I got to get out there and buy, I got to do it right now. Well, stop procrastinating. Call me right now. Let's set up an appointment to get started today. Call me at 408-472-0817. Again, 408-472-0817. Call now. Rates are still low if you're buying or selling, because buyers are still out in the market. The state is opening back up. Buyers are in the market right now. I just met a buyer who's looking to sell maybe their house in Fremont and move down into buying more land in the South County in San Martin. And for sellers, use the power of radio to get your home sold. Later on in an upcoming segment, I'll be highlighting one of my listings out there to help to get that property sold. Use the power of radio to get your home sold. Call me today, 408-472-0817. Now, back to what things inspectors can't tell you. If it's a pool or a septic system, whether or not they are in good working order. Generally, on a general home inspection, the home inspector can't get into those issues because they're not licensed or they're not a specialist in their area. Hire a pool professional to give you this information. Also, you're going to want to hire a well inspector who specializes in well inspections and septic inspections. And they're going to want to pump the tank, the septic tank, in order to give you a good read on it. Now, they're going to go ahead, the general home inspector is going to flush your toilets and stuff inside and maybe check the pool pump to see if it's working, but they're not going to be able to give you a good read on whether or not this is actually functioning. All right, so we're about to go to the commercial break. If you've missed any part of this segment, feel free to reach out to me at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com. Send me an email with your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com. Send me your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. So that's it coming up on a commercial break. When we get back from paying some bills, we'll continue in this segment, and I'll see you on the other side of the break. All right, folks, that's it for part of our first segment as we're discussing what a home inspector cannot tell you, okay? There are other clues that you can glean from your home inspector report that I'm going to continue to walk through in segment number 2. And as you bear with me, I am going to reset the timer just so that the people who are listening to this recording understand that I will be moving in to the next segment. And as the commercials are playing in the background that you're not hearing on the radio, I'm going to read a commercial for you right now. I'm Stephen Thayard, your local real estate connection. And yes, local matters. As an area expert and professional realtor, I bring inside knowledge and expertise about buying and selling in the area. Real estate is not the same across the board, so let me help you make the move that's right for you and your family. I don't just work here, I live here. Let's talk about how I can help you. I'm Stephen Thayard, and I'm at realestateconnectionradio.com. Okay, that's it for the break. We're going to move into segment number 2 as we continue to record the Real Estate Connection. All right, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Real Estate Connection. Thank you for joining me on the show today. If you've missed any part of the broadcast and you'd like to hear the entire show, email me at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com. Send me your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. Never miss any portion of a show, or even go back and listen to some of my past episodes so that you can catch up on anything real estate related that you may have missed in the past. So, if you missed where we were at in our first segment, we were discussing what a real estate home inspector cannot tell you directly in his inspection report. We were covering areas such as whether or not the inspector can give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down on whether or not you should buy the house. Real estate inspectors are restricted based on a code of ethics and rules that come from the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. However, they have provided some clues for you buyers or sellers out there in regards to how you can tell whether or not you are getting into a property that may not be right for you. The average number of issues on a home inspector based on seasoned home inspection is on average 20. So when you're getting above 20 issues on a home inspection, then you may be entering into territory that could indicate that the house has more concerns than you're willing to deal with. Additionally, home inspectors generally are licensed to give you an overall big picture indication of what's going on with the home. So they can't really tell you directly if you have rat problems, mold issues, or termite issues. You can look for clues in your real estate inspection, such as black stuff on walls, which may be fungus, shredded insulation, which may be evidence of rats, or sagging floors, which could be evidence of water damage. With that being said, my personal advice to anyone who's either getting ready to sell their home or buy a home is, if there is just a general home inspection, you should, at the very minimum, also hire a termite inspector. A termite inspector will give you indication as to whether or not there is water damage and wood destroying pests in the home. Water damage is key because termites do not eat hard wood. Termites only eat wood that has become soft due to water infiltration. It's like pudding. They will eat it, and then once they get to the areas that are not damaged by water, they stop. They only like to eat the mush. So a termite inspector will also tell you evidence of water intrusion along with wood destroying pests. Now, if you're seeing evidence of rats from shredded insulation, then I would also recommend that you hire an exterminator to come out and give you an indication of whether or not there are rats currently in the property, because there could have been rats in the past that are now gone. So that would give you more peace of mind. Also, when it comes to pools and septic systems, general home inspectors are not experts in pools and septic or wells. You're going to want to hire a pool professional, a well inspector, and a septic tank inspector to look at these issues. That way you will have peace of mind as well as it relates to these items, which are major when it comes to country property. I will tell you, based on my experience in dealing with property that's on acreage, that I always recommend to my buyers or sellers before they put their property on the market to get the well pump equipment inspected, to also calculate the rate of flow on the output on the well, to look at the well pump equipment to see whether or not there's proper seals on the wells themselves, because if there's not, then bacteria can get into the water and cause issues. And you will also want to get a sample of the well water and take it to a place that will measure the bacteria levels in the water to see whether or not it's safe for drinking. All of these are issues that your general home inspector will not be able to provide guidance on when they do a home inspection, where you will need to hire outside specialists in these areas. Additionally, on a pool inspection, they will be able to tell you whether the pump has longevity in it, whether or not the heater is working efficiently, or if it's going to need to be replaced in a few years, and also whether the coping around the edge of the pool is in good condition, or the pool liner, whether it's vinyl or concrete or gunite, is in good condition or has cracks and is going to need repair. All of this is very important when it's coming to looking at issues related to pools, wells, and septic systems. This is very, very important. And I would also recommend, if you are going to buy a property that has these additional systems on them, get a home warranty attached so that it can mitigate the repair costs should any of these major items go out on you. All right, so beware of inspectors also that put too many immaterial items on the inspection report, okay? What will happen in the industry, and what we call these guys, are deal killers, where they put every chip of paint or every crack and every surface around the house as an item in the inspection report and the amount of issues quadruple, instead of them writing in what are material issues and then making notes on things that you may want to keep your eye on. In this regard, my suggestion again is to sit down with your real estate professional, the realtor that you're working with, to go over items so that based on their years of expertise in the real estate industry and buying and selling residential property, they can give you a better indication as to whether or not the issues in the report are material or immaterial. And again, if you've been on the fence and sitting around waiting to make a move in the real estate industry to whether you're going to buy or sell, the time is now. Get off the fence. The title of this show is We Are Open for Business. Real estate is still moving. Interest rates are really low. People are going back to work. Now is the time. Call me today. Make an appointment right now. 408-472-0817. Again, 408-472-0817. Now, let's continue. Obstructed items. So, some people think that the inspector is going to be able to give you an indication as to whether every outlet in the house is working or not. The issue there is that home inspectors are not going to move furniture, and they're not going to peel back the wood paneling, and they're not going to move heavy items out of the way that may be covering up electrical outlets. Additionally, from my experience as well, if there's a lot of stuff in the garage that's covering the water heater or other equipment such as HVAC systems that are locked away in closets and you have a lot of stuff in front of it, they're not allowed to move all of the stuff out of the way. So be prepared before your home inspector goes out to do a home inspection. And if you're the seller, move items out of the way so that they can get to more areas of your house. And if you're a buyer and you notice that there's a lot of stuff in front of systems and there has not been a home inspection, contact the seller and ask that they move those items out of the way or away from the walls so that the home inspector has access, okay? This is very important so that you can get a more thorough review on the property you're selling or you're buying. So we're coming up to a hard stop. Like I said again, if you've missed any part of this segment or other part of the show, if you're just joining us and you want to listen to the entire program, send me an email at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com. And send me your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. So you're not going to want to miss what's coming up in the next segment. And I have a special offer just for my radio listeners coming up as well. So stay tuned so you don't miss what we're going to be discussing on the Real Estate Connection. And I will be back after this break. See you in a minute. All right, so that's it for segment number 2 as we continue to record the Real Estate Connection. All right, I am going to reset the timer for 9 minutes and 40 seconds. And did you guys enjoy celebrating the Memorial Day weekend? I just got to tell you, this was really patriotic to me right here. Just putting this up and playing this music this morning, this was just totally awesome. How'd you like that, huh? A little bit more of this? Doesn't that just make you feel really proud of your country? This is the West Point Marching Band. It's a drum salute, drum cadence that they play. It's absolutely bone-chilling. You feel the patriotism welling up inside you? Isn't that awesome? All right. Just a little Memorial Day. Thank you. Thank you to all those family who lost loved ones for our freedom. Go out and exercise your freedom. Exercise your First Amendment right to speak. Exercise your Second Amendment right to own a firearm. Go out and buy a gun. Protect you and your family. That's right. Too many people shed their blood for our liberty, for us to not exercise it moving forward. All right, so we're going to get back into the show. Here we go. Got to pull up the timer. All right. I apologize for you guys having to listen to the show at the radio station and get to these segments. All right, here we go for segment 3. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Real Estate Connection. Thank you for joining me on today's show. We are open for business. If you've missed any part of today's show, you can email me at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com. Send me your name and email address, and I will add you to the podcast distribution list. That's right. Receive an email from me with a link to the podcast on iTunes. And then once you click that link, subscribe, and that way you'll just be automatically updated when the podcasts come out. Otherwise, you'll receive an email every week from me regarding the podcast so that you don't have to miss any segments of the show. In our last few segments, we've been discussing what real estate inspectors or home inspectors can and cannot tell you on their home inspection. And we were going through pools and septic systems and whether the items are material or not. Some inspectors put a lot of stuff on there that aren't necessarily material to the home that cause a lot of consternation, and why others are more judicious and only put stuff down that really materially affects the house, or it's something that you need to watch or keep track of. And my advice in the last segment was for you to sit down with your real estate professional and go through the home inspection so that they can let you know what is material and what is not when you are reviewing these inspections. So what else what else can't the real estate home inspector, can they not tell you? Let's look at the roof. Generally speaking, a home inspector will show up at the property for the general home inspection, and they will take a look up at the roof. They'll walk around the exterior of the house. They may even get a ladder out and climb up and look around. They will give you a general overview of what they feel the roof is doing or not doing, or how old it may even be. However, if you want a detailed inspection of what's going on with the roof, my suggestion and my advice is to hire a separate roof inspector who's licensed to give you inspections of the roof. Now, I will also say that in 2020, in the 21st century, a lot of roof inspectors have stopped climbing up on roofs. They've been using drone technology. So they will fly a drone over the top of the roof, and then in areas where they see that there might be issues, the drone comes down and hovers lower, and they take pictures of the issues and then create a written report. So this is new technology being used, drones, in order to do inspections on your roofs, which will save damaging tile roofs so that people don't have to walk on delicate roof tiles that may crack. So whether or not it's as good as the old-fashioned way of walking on a roof, that's up to everybody's determination. But, you know, it's efficient, it saves people having to get up on top of a roof, it's safer, and you can still get really good pictures. As you all know, with your iPhones out there, they take incredible pictures and video, and so with that technology in drones, you can get the same quality as well. Also, so moving right along, a few things that you may find on the inspector's report that aren't a big deal. I'm just going to lay out for you real quick. Condensation in a basement or crawl space. Just because there's condensation down there doesn't necessarily mean there's big water leaks. early signs of wood rot on trim around the house. Trim, generally speaking, is decorative in nature and oftentimes and doesn't have a support role in holding up the structure. So sometimes when you're getting early water infiltration into wood trim, it may not necessarily be an issue that you have to concern yourself with. Cracks in bricks from house settling, generally speaking, is common depending on where you are located around the United States or even in California. And then fake stone siding that's been improperly installed. It depends on whether or not it's installed directly on plywood exterior boards that are protecting your home, or if there's another layer of protection. Say if that fake stone is installed on top of stucco, it may not be an issue at all. If it's installed directly on top of plywood surface that's protecting the interior of your home, then having a crack in that and having water intrusion would be an issue that you would definitely want to take care of. Issues that may concern you in an inspection report are standing water in a basement or a crawl space. That's definitely an issue that you're going to want to look into, whether or not you're going to want a sump pump installed underneath the house, or if you have a full basement, if you have water leaking into the basement from the exterior of the home, that can be very costly to repair, and that's something that you're going to get more expert advice from a foundation professional to tell you what the issues are there. HVAC not working. Whenever you have big ticket items such as home heating, ventilation, and air conditioning that aren't working, that can cost upwards between $5,000 to $10,000 to either replace or a repair. Could be $3,500 to $5,000. That's expense. That's an expensive item that you should definitely be looking out for when you're dealing with home inspections. Wood rot is a big deal when it comes to termites and any support structures in the home. Old plumbing and piping could cause clogs in your plumbing system, and clogged toilets or drains are always bad. And outdated wiring such as old knob and tube or aluminum are other issues that you should have specialists address when you are reviewing a home inspection. So that covers a lot of everything that I wanted to say about what a home inspector can or cannot tell you in a home inspection. Again, if you're looking to buy right now, right, and you've decided it's time to buy, rates are low, pricing is right, we're coming out of the shelter in place, contact me today. Stop sitting on the fence. Give me a call and let's sit down and make an appointment to discuss buying your next house. 408-472-0817 is the phone number. Again, 408-472-0817 is the phone number. Call me right now today. Stop procrastinating. Let's get this done for you so that you can stop paying somebody else's mortgage. Okay, coming up in our next segment, we're going to be discussing home improvements. That's right, but we're not just discussing any home improvements. We're going to be discussing home improvements that you can get done on a budget and quickly, that you can enjoy immediately if you're going to be staying in your house or if you're going to be selling right away. So you're not going to want to miss what's coming up after the commercial break. Also, I have a special offer just for my radio listeners, so you're not going to want to miss that either as we come up into our last segment of today's show on the Real Estate Connection. So I want to thank you for joining me, and if you're just joining the show and you've missed any part of it, send me an email at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com. Send me your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. I will add you to my podcast distribution list so you never have to miss any of this content. All right, so we're coming up on a hard break. Thank you for joining me on today's show. And coming up again is a segment on home improvement and ideas that you can use to improve your house in a cost-effective way so that you can enjoy it immediately, whether you're going to stay in your property or sell it tomorrow. And if you're gonna sell, call me now, 408-472-0817. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you when we get back from paying some bills. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, that's it for segment number 3 as we roll into our segment 4 today. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the show. Share, like, and subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe. Hit that like button. Share. Hit the like, that one right. Where is it? Right there? There it is. Yeah. Hit the like and subscribe. Share, share, share. All right. We're going to come up and roll through our next segment where we're going to talk about home improvement ideas. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Real Estate Connection. Thank you for joining me on the show. Have you ever wondered what home improvement ideas you can implement to improve your home in a cost-effective way? Stretch your hard-earned money and still make noticeable improvements to enjoy your home today or to sell tomorrow? Well, in this segment, we are going to be discussing $7 stretching home improvement ideas for your property. Credit goes out to Lisa Kaplan Gordon, award-winning journalist, from an article on houselogic.com. Props to you, Lisa, for providing this information that I'm about to share to you guys out there in today's Real Estate Connection. Hey, if you're just joining us and you've missed any part of today's show, send me a email at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com with your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. All right, so what are the $7 stretching home improvement ideas for your home? Number 1, add molding. That's right, add molding. Molding makes the room seem bigger and taller. Who figured? Everyone loves character. Molding adds loads of character and charm to your house. You ever been out there looking for a house, or you've walked into an old Victorian home and just all of that really big ornate crown molding that was all over the place just added immense amounts of character? Well, you can do the same thing. Add it to your house. There are also hundreds of options to choose from simple to ornate. You can either stain it, paint it, or leave it natural. And now they're made in flexible materials such as foam. And even, get this, some molding has lighting already installed into it so that you can add nice ambient soft lighting to your room without having to recess lights into your ceiling. Or you can add it as an option when you turn the lights off and you have this lighting already installed into your crown molding. All right, so it's also cost effective. It's about $1.50 a square foot for all of you DIY people out there if you're going to do it yourself. And it's about $8 a square foot to hire a professional to install it. However, if you are going to install your own crown molding, practice, practice, practice. Again, practice some more. When you walk into a home and you look at crown that's been installed, and you can tell it wasn't done by a professional because there's gaps in the joints, it really stands out and it can bring the value down in your home. And what we're trying to do here is increase the value of your home. So if you're going to install it yourself, practice, practice and buy extra material, so just in case you mess up, you have extra and you can add it in. All right. For other tips for molding, watch your proportions. Ceilings that are 9 feet or shorter should have simpler molding as to not overwhelm the room. If you're going to install chair railing, place it at least 1/3 the distance from the ceiling height to maintain proper proportion. Also, you're going to want to case the doors, windows, and entryways. Adding molding around these areas gives your space a more luxurious and expensive feel. Number 2, pick up some nice ceiling fans. That's right, it's hot already outside, and ceiling fans not only add to the decorative nature of your home, but provide cooling. Replace outdated ceiling fans and add newer ones. This will update your rooms very quickly while saving money. Do an internet search for the latest designs or visit model homes in the area to see what the latest trends are in ceiling fans. Hang the ceiling fan 6 to 8 feet above the floor. Buy hugger or flush mount fans if you have a low ceiling. And buy an Energy Star rated product so you can save on your electricity bill. Additionally, purchase ceiling fans between the $200 to $600 price range. Why? Because you're going to have better cooling, they're going to be quieter, and then you're going to have a better quality and appeal when people come into your home. So spend a little bit of money. Don't go too cheap, but don't go overboard either when you're going to be putting in these ceiling fans. Number 3, plant some trees around your home. Okay, now you may be asking yourself, how is that going to help the value of my house? I was shocked too when I read this article and it came to this section. Planting trees is good. It's a money maker that gets better with age. So mature trees can range from $1,000 to $10,000 in value. That's right, I said it. A mature tree on your property can range from $1,000 to $10,000 in value. So you buy them really young as saplings and you plant them and you wait, right? So also, everyone loves a tree-lined street. There are neighborhoods that are famous throughout the Bay Area, California, or throughout your local area in the country where it's tree-lined and everyone loves driving down a tree-lined street. Trees in front of and at the back of your property can also increase the value of your home by about $9,000. What's that? That's the air horn. All right, so for my radio listeners, I have a special offer for you today. If you contact me today, caller number 3 will receive a book called The Family Preparedness Buyer's Guide. That's right. This is a book that will prepare you for any emergency. So caller number 3 right now at 408-472-0817 and you will receive this book. I will send it to you. I sent out a couple of books last weekend. It was great. I hope the people that will enjoy it, shout out to those people from Concord and Walnut Creek that received a book. So caller number 3, 408-472-0817. And another one, 2 for the price of 1. If you email me or call me today, I will send out to you a free home valuation. No charge to you. Not from some computer-generated program either. Directly from me, your radio host, Stephen Thayard. I will personally create a valuation on your property. Call me, 408-472-0817. It will be specific and tailor-made to your home so that you know what the value is of your home in the real estate market today. Now back to the program. All right, trees. I was just saying they can add up to $9,000 to the value of your home. It also will save energy on your energy bill for cooling and heating your home. At our house, my wife and I's house, we have a very large mature tree in the rear yard and 3 redwoods at the very back of the property. And every year on the hottest days, our house stays really cool because the trees block the sun as it sets in the back of our home. Instead of us getting beat up by this sun, it protects us. So trees are a great way of adding value to your home. Also, install a patio or a deck, but don't go overboard. Don't have the only outdoor kitchen on the block, okay? If you're gonna put a deck in, put a tasteful one, but install a tasteful one, but don't over improve. Because if you over improve, you're not gonna get all of the value back out of your property when you go to sell it. A professional installation on a deck, and a quality deck, can cost you about $10,000, but you can save about 50% if you do it yourself, okay? So, again, if you're just joining the show and you've missed any part of it, send me an email at info@realestateConnectionRadio.com and send me your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. Again, that's info@realestateConnectionRadio.com. If you're just joining the show and you've missed any portion of it, and I will send me your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. So going back to the show, what other quality upgrades can you make to improve your house quickly? Number 5, upgrade your insulation. Upgrade your insulation. All right. So we're coming up on a hard break. When I get back from paying some bills, we're going to continue through this and wrap up the show. Thank you for joining me on the Real Estate Connection, and I will see you on the other side of the break. See you guys in a minute. Okay, that's it for the last long segment, and we are going to roll into segment number 5, which is 4 minutes and 55 seconds, and I'm setting the timer. Thank you guys for joining me on the Real Estate Connection as I broadcast live and record my radio show. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe. Share with all your family and friends. If you think they would benefit from any of the information on today's show or my past shows, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to be on my podcast, which is going to be a condensed version of the show that's produced by the radio station, send me an email at info@realestateConnectionRadio.com with your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. All right, so now let's get back to the show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Real Estate Connection. Thank you for joining me today. Again, if you're just joining me and you've missed any portion of today's show, email me at info@realestateConnectionRadio.com. Email me at info@realestateConnectionRadio.com. Send me your name and email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list. We've been talking about easy upgrades to your house that you can enjoy right now, or if you're selling, upgrade the value of your home tomorrow. One of the things we were just discussing was upgrading your insulation. I know it's not as appealing as a bath or a kitchen remodel, but you can still enjoy it. You can keep cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. It's a major win for your utility bill as well, and can cost less than $2,500 as an investment to install, and it can be as simple as a quick weekend project. Number 6, add storage. This adds value instantly to your home. I have never, ever heard a home shopper complain about there being too much storage in a house, ever. It may take some creative thinking if you kind of maximize the storage in your home. And here are some tips. Open up the drywall between the studs in the wall to create wall storage or little cubbies, to create more storage in your home. Construct built-in storage or bookcases, a la 1900s or 1920s bungalows. Everyone loves those 1920s bungalows with built-in storage. Create some bookcases, build them in where you might have some wall space you're not utilizing. That creates more storage. And install platform storage in your garage and hang it from the ceiling. So you reinforce it. It's a platform that's lower. You can put stuff into little cubbies and totes, and then you can reinforce it with steel cables connected to your ceiling. All right. Number 7, install landscape lighting. That's right. Make your home shine at night. Highlight the exterior features of your most enjoyed features of your home. Chances are, if you enjoy those features, that others will enjoy them as well. Benefits to lighting as well is that you will deter robbers or thieves from coming to your homes. They like to operate in the dark, folks. So if you have exterior lighting, not only does it highlight the features of the exterior of your home, but it is a security feature as well. And it also may lead to lower home insurance premiums. Accent lights under trees are always a nice touch as well. So that's it for segment number 3. Segment 4, 5, whatever we're on. We're open for business segment. Again, stop procrastinating and call me right now. Let's set up an appointment to get started today to list that home for sale you've been thinking about or buy that next property you've been thinking about. Call me today. Call me right now, 408-472-0817. Before we go, I would like to leave you with a blessing as we are open for business. This comes directly from the most wisest book I know of, from the Bible. There is no easy money out there. There is no get-rich-quick scheme. And this verse exemplifies that 100%. Whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits will have plenty of poverty. So remember, there's no quick buck out there. Get out there, be hard workers, serve your community, and give back. Thank you for joining me on today's show. Again, if you want to be on the podcast distribution, send me an email at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com. And stop procrastinating. Let's get that house listed for sale. Call me today, 408-472-0817. And if you're looking to buy and you're wanting that first property and stop paying other people's mortgage, call me at 408-472-0817. And let's get you into that property. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless the United States of America. And thank you again for joining me on the Real Estate Connection. And I will see you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye. That's it, folks. That's the show. Thank you for joining me today. And like I said, God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And I will see you here again next week, Wednesdays at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you again for joining me, guys, and I will see you all next week on The Real Estate Connection with your host and realtor, Stephen Thayard. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.